almost ready to go here in Florida as we look forward to 57 laps of F1 racing.
The Miami Grand Prix arrived onto the calendar in 2022 with much fanfare, and F1 history is still very much being written here. Drivers have to take chances around the street circuit and hope those chances turn into victory.
Spectacle is the name of the game here in Miami, with a stadium at the heart of this track. With long straights and S-bends, not unlike Suzuka's Sector 1, proper ERS management is sure to give drivers an edge towards victory. It's race day, with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
My boy Ricardo inspecting his car. All right, now this is where stuff's gonna get interesting, because this rain, this rain is gonna throw so much stuff into into the mix. I'm not sure how the starting grid says Ricardo is in 9th. That math ain't mathin'. Yeah, that math ain't mathin' to me. I don't know what's happening there. Anyway. Okay, let's just continue onwards. Oh, botheration. So it looks like it's going to be soft and then a race of the inters. This should be interesting. Okay. Do you know what I need? Do you know what I need, guys? Do you know what I almost forgot? I need my paper. So I do quite meticulous note taking for these things. So here we go. So we are working with, so this is the race and it's 57 laps. Our weight loss, so our fuel is 1.8 kilograms per lap. Okay, so how does I see the weather? I know there's a way of doing it. Is it compounds? No. The driver options? No. Okay, well you can see the rain percentages here. Okay, so we've got 50% chance of heavy rain on approximately lap 11. And then it should ease, but then worsen again. Oh, this is going to be quite an interesting race to manage. I know I've done this. I've just... Because there's a way you can see, like, the track... Okay, fine. It is what it is. Okay, so we're planning a stop for lap 12. Yeah, so lap 12 for both cars. So this is where our engineers really feel we're going to experience the rain, is this lap 12. It's only a 50% chance, but we seem confident, so okay, so let's go for Ricardo, who's gonna start in P14, and Aerosmith in P17. What happens if we delete this pit stop? So it's a 20-second delay. Let's just do normal use. So apparently the 2-stop for Aerosmith is slightly better. What happens if we just be fast? We can save 19 whole seconds. Okay, fine. And then we can scale that back if the tires start overheating. Can we do the same with Ricardo? Let's explore this strategy just a little bit more. Because I think this is our first wet race. Okay, let's get rid of this. So this is a 31:16 is what we're working towards. Yeah, okay. So we can save almost a full 30 seconds with a 2-stop strategy. Okay. Okay. Oh well, I guess that works for me. Okay. So, the only thing that's concerning me is this potential for double stacking. So we're going to go for lap 12 and lap 35. Lap 12 and lap 35. This is our planned pit stops, but we're going to start on the soft with aggression, expanded DRS use, historic safety car chances 50% here. Instead of using increased fuel use, what I'm going to do for both cars is I'm actually going to underfuel us by 1 lap. Only 1 lap, we're quite competitive, but you don't use them as much fuel when you're in the rain. Pace is generally lower. You can't push the curb so hard, so your fuel use is generally a little bit lower in the wet. So let's underfuel by 1 lap and use that weight loss to our advantage. Driver confidence going into the race isn't perfect, but nevertheless, it's time to get started with the Miami Grand Prix.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. Now, this could be an important race for Pierre Gasly.
Not a huge surprise to see them in 19th, but they've certainly got the potential to move up from here.
And it looks like we're good to go. And this is it, the Miami Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
The lights actually didn't go out. This is technically a false start for everyone, but fuck it. Game says we going, so we going. All right, let's see what we're working with. Ricardo's already found his way up into 13th place. Aerosmith is holding well at 7 points for now. Oh, it's wheel to wheel between Albon and Ricardo. That's fucking right across the corner. It just misses the apex by a country mile. Or cuts the apex by a country mile, sorry. But things do work out in our favor, and Ricardo now solidifies this 13th place. Yeah, that was a bit cheeky from Albon, but yeah, that's all fine and good. So yeah, at the halfway through the opening lap now. Oh god, everyone's 3 wide.
Honestly, I don't think we can do it.
What is this? What is this?
So we just have to get right down.
Oh god, this is absolutely like wheel to wheel and balls to the wall. Good grief! Somehow Albon has got it back after a little bit of 3 wide action, taking 13th spot from Ricardo. There's no DRS on this opening lap, so although we are on this big long back straight here in Miami, we can't make use of the DRS. We are still burning rubber and burning our ERS, but right now we're going to have to make do with, you know, guile.
DRS enabled.
Okay, DRS is now enabled. Do we get it
One ahead of you.
on this start-finish straight? I don't think we do. No, we don't. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say that wouldn't really make a great deal of sense, but hey ho, we will get it coming into the first. There are 3 DRS zones here in Miami. So we are within half a second of Alexander Albon in front of us. So we'll definitely get the DRS. Aerosmith, we're not really talking much about her, but she is still in 17th place, kind of lagging a little bit behind Sargent, but hopefully the DRS zone is going to allow her to close on in. It looks like you when you're a semi-role player F1 League team principal, yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that sounds like a good experience, Cruz. Oh yeah, look how much we close up with that DRS. Oh, beautiful. And we've broken the toe on Juan Manuel Carrera, which is fantastic to see. Aerosmith's going for the overtake on Logan Sargent, and she makes the pass. Raven has indeed made the pass. All right, now that we're actually within this, let's have the world's quickest look at this. So yeah, ooh. The changeover to Inters is either going to happen on lap 10 or it's not going to happen until lap 15. So based on that, I'm actually going to scale our tire use back a little bit.
Okay, maximum focus on cooling down those rear tires.
I want to try and preserve that tire life as long as I can. Ricardo's now made it past Bottas. Let's see how it happened. That's a nice DRS pass on the back straight coming into that kind of final complex before the start finish. It's not really a straight, it's like a curve, but like...
Alrighty.
Nice. That honestly lives in my head rent free. Okay. We can't get past Alexander Albon for 12th place, however. But we do seem to be evenly matched here, so we're continuing burning our ERS. And yeah, we've scaled back our tire use for now. And we'll see what we can make of this one. So Ricardo's goal is going to be staying in that 13th place ballpark. Aerosmith is up into 16th place. She's about halfway between Hulkenberg and Sargent, so she is trying to make progress. Like I said before, her race pace is definitely better than her qualifying pace. So I'm sure as we start settling into this race, we're going to see this one opening up a little bit more. However, that we do miss an overtake
Here's the replay. And we're watching
of Ricardo.
The opportunity's there.
And it's on the DRS, and right at the end of the DRS straight, into the complex, we get the overtake done. Nice. So we've got that 12th place. That's a great place. It's a great place to do it because that is the first of the 3 DRS straights. So you get a little bit of a tight, twisty, complex section in order to try and like break the toe. Whereas DRS, if you pass a car in DRS zone 2, you will like instantly get overtaken again in DRS zone 3. So it kind of doesn't really mean much. But Ricardo is doing a good job of opening up this gap to Alexander Albon now. However, we have run out of ERS. So let's switch both our drivers to top up. And Aerosmith has got past Hulkenberg.
Take a look now.
Let's see how that happened.
Now we're watching the action closely here.
On the DRS, on that big long back straight, 8th gear, and using the toe to the Sauber in front. Nice. Using that tire advantage. Speaking of advantages, Albon's almost, he is alongside Ricardo. But Ricardo's going to have the inside line and then the outside line again. This is going to be such a backwards and forwards as they come into this opening complex of the lap. And Ricardo yields. He yields that 12th place to Alexander Albon. However, Ricardo, with big brain, has hit the DRS zone. DRS is going to open up. Or is it? Did he break the 1 second gap?
And directly behind you is Bottas.
Nope. DRS is open, so we're going to use this to hunt down Alexander Albon and hopefully push that gap from Bottas, as Aerosmith is getting really close to the back of Bottas's tail. This is fantastic in terms of results, but giving me migraines because I know that my drivers are double stacked, so I need them to have a few seconds apart in order for this to you know, for this to really work. Let's take stock of this race. As it so happens, our leading Red Bulls of Verstappen and Perez are side by side, coming in to finish off lap number 4 and start lap number 5. They are side by side. This is going to be an interesting fight as this race progresses. Half expected to watch them just absolutely knock each other off the road there. Norris is 2 seconds adrift in 3rd place, with Leclerc 2 seconds behind him, fighting off Oscar Piastri. Alonso's 2 seconds behind, fighting off a little bit of a train of Hamilton, Tsunoda, Carlos Sainz, George Russell, Lance Stroll, and then Alexander Albon is 4 seconds adrift, heading up an absolute freight train of our very own Daniel Ricciardo. Valtteri Bottas, Aerosmith, who seems to be right on the tail of Bottas for a second there. Oh, this is getting really tight. Hulkenberg within the 1 second gap to them, as is Sargent, Juan Manuel Carrera, and then you have our stragglers of Magnussen, Gasly, Ocon, and Zhao. Our eyes are very much turning to the weather. However, in 1 minute there is a 20% chance of overcast, but no chance of rain at the minute. So we're currently preserving our tires, just in case we have to push towards the lap 15. We are going to have to adapt this strategy on the fly a little bit.
No concern on tire wear.
Good. I was just looking at that, Pierre, but thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. There's no concern on tire wear. Okay.
Okay, Bottas is in your DRS now.
So Ricciardo has unfortunately fallen back from Alexander Albon and is now fighting side by side with Valtteri Bottas, who's going to have the third of 3 DRSs. So the only hope here is that Aerosmith can get on the tail of Bottas and give him something to worry about, but nope, instead Bottas sails clean as Ricciardo, with Aerosmith now right on the tail of Daniel Ricciardo.
So we keep focusing on the pace.
Let's see how this goes. These are in a race. These two are in a race together, and I'm not one for the hot spicy team orders. So we will have to see what our drivers can do of this. They are about to come into the first of 3. I keep thinking, I'm used to there being 2 DRS zones. But we're about to come into the first of 3 DRS zones. Aerosmith is going to have the DRS now. But Ricciardo was just inside the DRS zone to Bottas. So they're both going to have the DRS. So there's no opportunity for Aerosmith to get by. She remains 0.4 seconds adrift of Ricciardo, with Hulkenberg having closed down the gap to her. Bottas in 13th place is now going to start closing down the gap to Alexander Albon, which he actually has done, and allowed Ricciardo to kind of follow that train. So this isn't not a bad progression, all things considered. Piastri looks like he's side by side with Charles Leclerc coming into the start-finish straight, and indeed they are. Oh god. I thought they were going to go absolutely wheel to wheel. He's going to have the DRS. He's going to pass just after the start-finish line into the first corner. But then this is like a really complicated, twisty-turny sector. But there's no give, no take. Curious that they've opted for the mediums. They might be expecting something that the rest of us aren't. Let's have a look at the track condition. So yeah, like I said, okay, it's still the same. It's either going to be lap 10 we go to inters, or it's going to be about this lap 15 mark. But tire preservation is going to be important, and there might even be a dry run at the end. So we're gonna have to really pay attention to the weather during this race, which, yeah, is gonna be nice and complicated. Ricciardo, unfortunately, is just not keeping up with the people in front of him. This is quite an interesting development.
Feedback on tires.
Yeah, Bottas is he is caught up to and is right on the tail of Alexander Albon. Ricciardo has let himself get 2.5 seconds adrift of Valtteri Bottas. So here is hoping that Aerosmith can make the pass on the DRS. Her DRS is going to open now. Let's see what we can do. And she closed it briefly. We are side by side, and she is going to go for the overtake. This is unfortunately going to give Ricciardo the DRS coming into the start-finish straight, and his DRS is now open. Can he do anything with this? This is where both my drivers just absolutely crash off the road. Okay, do you know what I didn't do as well? I didn't set my aggressions. Hulkenberg has picked up a mechanical fault, which is interesting.
Okay.
Okay, rain forecast within 4 minutes, and oh god. Aerosmith has got peak driver performance. I don't think I've ever seen Aerosmith in peak territory before. So here's hoping she can do something with this, and already she has broken the DRS to Ricciardo, who's now 1 second behind. Here's hoping with nearly 4 seconds adrift that she can start to hunt down this battle between Alexander Albon and Valtteri Bottas. We'll see how this goes. But as we just heard, within the next 4 minutes, there is now a 50% chance of heavy rain. So this race could start getting really interesting really fast. We don't actually know what the nature of Hulkenberg's issue is, but my god, this is such a big gaggle of cars that's being held up by Daniel Ricciardo. Oh my goodness. I mean, it is causing commotion. Logan Sargent and Juan Manuel Carrera are almost side by side. Oh my god, I thought Sargent was about to go into the back of Carrera. Oh, good grief. That would be a change of underwear moment. Taking stock of the entirety of this race.
This is my pace.
Verstappen is in first position. Perez has dropped back now half a second adrift, with Norris remaining 2 seconds behind. Leclerc 2 seconds behind him. Piastri has also dropped off the pace with 1 second behind. And Sainz is still fighting off of Hamilton. These two seem to be going side by side. Now, I have to be really careful with these strategies. Because I need more of a gap of this between my drivers. So I'm going to have to start adapting this strategy a little bit. I really need this rain to start. When is the rain starting to come down? So in theory, it should be starting to come down now, although it started to push back a little bit. So my choice to not burn these tires is actually possibly sensible, because look at Perez with only 47% of his softs left. If the rain doesn't start coming down heavy now, he might actually have to pit for another set of softs. Whereas if it, yeah, okay. I'm trying to balance like 400 things in my head right now. I'm small brain, so. Aerosmith isn't really making the progress towards Albon that I might have expected. But look how dark the skies are getting now. Oh yeah. Look at that. Yeah, look how dark these skies are. Was it? Yeah, from the driver's point of view, it's a bit interesting. Oh, Perez and Verstappen are once again changing places. And here it is. Here's the rain. Rain's on.
Okay, copy that.
Rain is on. So this is going to be interesting. It has come at the perfect time for Perez. So we've got to get up to 1 millimeter of rain on the track before we're starting to get into the effective area for the intermediate tires. 4 mils for the wet. Let's start deploying some ERS. These two are going to fight a little bit. A safety car now would be amazing. Because that would let us really feel out the rain. And Perez and Verstappen might give us that safety car. They are wheel to wheel. Oh, goodness gracious. So already this number is coming up quite a lot. So we've got a 70... In 4 minutes, we have a 70% chance of medium rain. And then it will intensify later. So if we look at this track condition... There is a chance. Okay, there is a chance it might start to max out around here. So these guys are going in the pits, and their lap times is going to be really interesting.
We have rain coming in 20 to 25 minutes.
Okay, so the
that's
intensification of the rain is going to be in about 20 minutes. That will be important. What the question is, what tires are these cars going to go on to? Leclerc's reporting a problem with the radio. What is Leclerc's issue?
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've developed a fault.
Does it? Okay, great. That tells me exactly what it is. Okay, so the ones at the bottom have pitted for their intermediate tires. Let's have a look at the sector times, and let's see if they start putting in better times than us. The racetrack is continuing to enwetten. The problem is if we switch to inters now and the rain suddenly kind of dries up, we are just going to burn these tires. So these bottom four, bottom five? Yeah, this bottom five, it's going to be really interesting seeing what they can do. Okay, we're getting very close to the cutoff, actually. And we need to pit one car. Okay, Aerosmith. It's going to be Aerosmith. Aerosmith's going to come in now. We're at the cutoff. Let's go to these inters. Boom. Okay, Aerosmith is going to come in this lap. They are too close. They are too close for me to allow to Ricciardo to pit on this same lap. So Aerosmith's going to come in. Let's see how this stop progresses.
Any feedback on the track conditions?
And then Ricciardo is going to come in this lap as well. Okay, let's see Aerosmith's pit stop.
Box.
Ricciardo, just
Understood.
burn what you have.
Tire switch to inter, please. Tire switch to inter. F1 get.
Oh, right into the safety car. It's fine. You never saw that. You never saw that one. So Aerosmith leaves the pits in 15th place. I guess we lost probably a couple of stops there, although it's maybe not balanced because of the... I was going to say Ricciardo's still out, but yeah, we know Ricciardo's still out. Yeah, he's going to pit in this lap. It's way too wet for the mediums, for the softs that we're on. The only thing is, I don't think I want to be... What's the track conditions looking like? Yeah, okay, so it looks like at lap 45, we might be switching to soft. So let me just get a wee note of that. 45, soft. So with it being a wet race, we now no longer have to use two different kinds of dry compounds. Okay, Ricciardo. Ricciardo is holding up an absolute freight train of people that just cannot get by him. But he is going to come in this lap. I didn't even pay attention to the stop time to see how much the time was. So yeah, Ricciardo is just going to very, very gingerly do this. And we're going to go back to top-up approach. Okay, Ricciardo's in the pits.
Yep.
We're going to lose a lot of places in this, but... yeah. My drivers were too close together. If I'd been a bit savvier, if I'd been a bit more confident in the weather predictions, I could maybe have... Stone dead last, look at that. Oh no, not stone dead last.
Focus on reaction time and no full throttle before pit exit.
Okay, we come out in 21st place, so yeah, we lost a lot in that one.
In front of us, Gasly.
Okay, so my plan just now, let's edit this strategy,
Zo behind you.
is we're going to go for a new set of softs on lap 45 to to take us to the end of the race. And that means... Okay, so that means we can do medium pace. So with that as the assumption, let's do the same for you. So let's do medium pace and let's do a set of softs at lap 45. This is all very much subject to change. Aerosmith isn't as good on her tires as Ricciardo is. Okay. Fine. Oh, got yellows. Why have we got yellows? What has happened upon this racetrack? Something in Sector 1.
There's a yellow flag now. Let's have a
Oh,
look.
Ocon. Esteban
Here we
Ocon
are
has had
down
a
at
spin.
turn 7. That's it. That's the spin. And once it started, we were pretty powerless to do anything.
Well, that's going to allow Ricciardo to gain 2 positions out of that one. That's nice. Ah, poor Ocon. Poor Ocon. Having a bad day. Wait. Ricciardo did gain... Or was he not close enough to this? I could have sworn I saw him pass. Guess not. Guess not. Okay, so our hope is that this weather prediction sticks true. So I don't think we're going to get close enough to use full wet. But yeah, our hope is lap 45, we can start scaling it back to a dry finish to this race. So hence, I don't want to fully devour these tires.
Charge on, charge on.
Okay, understood.
Alright, well then, let's go back to interval view and let's see how this has gone. So because of the stacking, oh, yellows again. Let's wait to find, oh god, that's my car. That was, oh no. This is the problem with 2 blue fronted cars. Oh. Okay. Well, I clicked on the replay, but it didn't give me the replay. You see, it looked like Ricciardo, but then it might have been Carrera. Yeah, this is the problem with 2 blue-fronted cars. The color schemes between Hibble F1 and RB Racing are quite similar. So I do sometimes mix them up at a glance, which is hilarious when you think that one of them is my own team that I fucking made. But hey-ho. It is what it is. Okay, so let us now take stock of this race. So, on lap 14 out of 57, Verstappen is in the lead of this race, with Lando Norris in second place. Because of having to stack their pit stops, Perez is dropped back. He's no longer side by side with Verstappen. He is now 3 seconds off the pace of even second place. Sainz is in 4th place, being chased down by Charles Leclerc. They are side by side. There's no DRS now that we are in the wet weather. Ignore the fact the red lights are on. In reality, that would indicate a race stoppage, but something's a bit bugged. It happens from time to time. I don't know why it happens. We're just going to ignore it. Hamilton is right on the tail of Charles Leclerc, with Oscar Piastri 6 seconds off the pace. Russell another 6 seconds off the pace, and Stroll 1 second behind him. Tsunoda is 2 seconds behind him, with Alonso right on his tail. Alexander Albon is in 12th place, with Bottas 3.5 seconds behind him, and Aerosmith desperately trying to reignite that battle for 13th place. Logan Sargent is 6 seconds behind Aerosmith, followed by Magnussen and Hulkenberg for a battle of the Hasses for 16th place. Battle of the Alpines is Ocon and Gasly for 18th, with Ricciardo 2.2 seconds off of the pace of Pierre Gasly, with Zhao and Juan Manuel Carrera bringing up the final 2 spots on the grid. Let's see who's got a good battle going on, huh? Let's look at the battle of the Ferraris, actually. They seem like they're having a good old time. Side by side, like I said, there's no DRS. All you've got is tires and guile. Tires, ERS, and guile. It's quite good that they've enabled this thing where you can like disable the HUD for screenshots. I'll try not to do it too often, but I am nothing if not a screenshot whore. Oh, Alonso looked like he was starting to get really close to the back of Tsunoda. Tires are moderately overheating. All right, let's have a little looky and see. Yeah, okay. We need to try and preserve the life of these a little bit, so let's scale
And try
back.
to cool down the tires where you can. It's slightly coming up.
Yeah, let's try and scale back on the tire use to try and preserve that
Understood.
heat a little bit more. Like I said, our expectation at the moment is that this rain is gonna start to ease. So, do you know what I need? Do you know what I need, guys? Do you know what I need? I need a ruler. I need a ruler. Okay, so right now the track is sitting at 1.3. So yeah, actually looking at it, it might be an idea to do 45 and 46. Although as it stands right now, we do have a 20-second gap between our cars, so we could actually double stack them both on lap 45. But it's lap 45 and a half. So we'll probably pit when it says lap 46. Yeah, when it says lap 46, which will be the leader starting lap 46, but for us, we'll be halfway through lap 45. I'm not expecting at the moment to be lapped, so we're just going to keep our fuel use on slight conserve at the moment, or just neutral use, I guess, which does give us a little bit back each lap. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see how this goes from here, I guess. Yeah, so the leader in first place is about halfway down the first DRS straight, whereas last place is coming into the final corner now. So yeah, I reckon lap 42, 43, we're gonna get lapped. Ooh. The Lance Stroll has an issue, but we're not quite too sure what the issue actually is. Okay, tire temperature now optimal. Let's just keep it here for the time being. We either want these tires to be slightly cooler than this, just before we start kind of pushing again. And see if we can't keep regenerating that ERS. Okay, is there any fun battles going on? Oh, Russell and Lance Stroll, the injured Lance Stroll. Oh, let's see how this goes. They are side by side coming through these complexes. But Russell's had to back out of it. Lance Stroll is an injured car. So we'll have to see how this progresses. No DRS, remember. But that doesn't mean you can't get the slipstream. You know, as a car goes through the air, it will push air out of the way, and that makes it slightly easier for the car behind to follow. In Formula 1, it's generally pretty difficult, because the air that is behind a car is hot air, which can overheat your engine and lead to other complications. It's referred to as dirty air. But nevertheless, Russell has made it work, coming to the start-finish straight, but Lance Stroll is going to try and come back on the inside, and meanwhile, Tsunoda's... he's going side by side now with Stroll, trying to take this 9th place away. Russell's going to try and use this gap to solidify his advantage, and indeed he is doing that, and the positions do seem to cement themselves. So this is going to be an interesting battle to watch, but then so is the battle of the Ferraris. They are once again side by side coming into the corner. Sainz is going to go for the overtake, and he's done it. He has done it. I think that was the start-finish straight coming into the... oh no, well, yeah, no, sorry. This is the end of the first DRS section coming into the second complex. So other than the toe that Leclerc is going to get down this back straight, that is a relatively good position for Carlos Sainz. we have cooled off our tires a little bit. So let's start pumping up the pace just a little bit more.
You can keep the pace up on these compounds.
Actually, I don't know if I want to. We're quite marginal on tires. We're quite marginal on tires, and I am slightly worried about some of these dry earth spells in between. So let's just hold on medium tire use and see if we can do this with only one shot. Oh, Science, what are you doing? What's Leclerc doing? Okay, we're about half battery. We're gonna go to neutral battery use. Our drivers, they're not really in positions to overtake. So I guess there's no harm in continuing with top up. If we get a safety car, obviously we're gonna go for full harvest. I must confess to being slightly worried. I'm slightly worried about Aerosmith's tire use. If the rain starts easing, I might actually go to light or conserve tire use for Aerosmith. Like I said before, of my two drivers, she is not as good on tire use as Ricardo is. But her race pace is pretty banging. So, you know, sometimes you're gonna take punches. Alright, is there any exciting battles going on? Actually, this battle for 18th place is looking pretty tasty. Gasly is desperately chasing down a somewhat wounded Hulkenberg. But as I say that, he's dropped back a little bit, so he's now 0.6 seconds off of the pace. Hulkenberg, however, has really caught up to the back of Ocon. Using the slipstream effect, can he make anything of it as he come into the second set of complexes? I'm right, yeah, okay, I'm right. I don't know the Miami circuit so well. He can close the gap down, but he's having a difficulty getting into position to make any moves, possibly because of whatever is wrong with his car. Who knows? The rain is indeed intensifying. We are now at 2 millimeters of rain. Remember, we have to get to 4 millimeters of rain before the wets become viable. Right now, we're quite comfortable staying on full inters. The main thing for us is that we want to keep more tire life than our competitors around us. Because if they have to start pitting for a new set of inters, this could start handing the advantage to us. Once again, we're just going to ignore the red lights. Because they're trolling us. They're absolutely trolling us for some reason. Alright, any other new battles kind of going on? Oh yeah, here we go. Tsunoda is... well, he had a bit of a go on Lance Stroll. We kind of caught it right at the very end of an overtaking opportunity. It did unfortunately fail, and unfortunately this battle for 9th place is now a battle no more, as Tsunoda has had to really back off of the pace. And is now 0.7 seconds adrift. The next interesting battle that I can spy is Magnussen is once again hunting down the back of Logan Sargent. Can he do anything through the complexes? Trying to get a little bit of advantage, and no, he just keeps dropping back. He seems to get a really good pull down the straights, which allows him to close up. But then when it comes to the cornering, he really just drops off the pace. So you'll see here, watch this number comes down. Magnussen's got the toe, 0.8 to 0.7, 0.67, 0.63, 61, 56. Keeps coming down, and now we're into the corners again. We're in the final couple of corners before we get into the another straight again. So you'll see this number come down again. Or it'll just hold even. So 0.5 as we enter into the open, or 0.4 as we enter into the opening complex, and then watch Magnussen just drop off as Sargent just loses him in the corners. So we're 6.1. Oh, wow, watch me eat my words. Look at me eat my freaking words. The only caveat is that look how much of his tires Magnussen is burning. Our Daniel Ricciardo is on 87%. Magnussen down on 66%. He's eaten all of the life in his he's eaten a good chunk of life in his intermediate tires compared to the rest of the field. And as he drops off the pace coming out of that first complex, coming into the second the first big long straight of the lap, yeah, he is probably going to have to stop again for another set of inters. So is this pushing working, given he cannot make progress on Sargent, knowing that he's probably going to have to pit again? Bit of an interesting strategy. Looks like we might have another battle on here, coming down the start-finish straight for 9th place. He's got the toe. He's going to try and take the inside line. Oh, he thought about going wheel to wheel, but Stroll shut the door. And Tsunoda had no choice but to back off. This is the 3rd stream you've managed to catch, and just wanted to say I love your commentary for explaining all things strange to F1 management. Aw, thank you. Want to sound lost? That's really kind of you to say. My heart. I try to be entertaining for people. I do try. But no, thank you. That really means a lot. That's really kind of you to say. And hold the hod. We've got a battle. Somehow Ricciardo has managed to catch up on the back of Hulkenberg. Where has this come from? Where has this come from? Well, Clark's problem seems to have worsened. We are coming through the tight technical first section of this lap, and we're about to start breaking into the first big long straight of the lap. Ricciardo has unfortunately dropped off the pace, but can we use the toe from this straight to try and close up on the back of Nico Hulkenberg? I don't really know what it is for Formula 1 cars, but I know for tin tops, you're looking at about a second to a second and a half is your toe advantage. Formula 1 cars cut the air a lot cleaner, so I'm not sure if you have to be within a second to get a good toe. But then nevertheless, Ricciardo did close down the gap a little bit, has then lost a little bit of progress coming through this technical second section, but we're now got 2 straights relatively back to back. Let's see what progress Ricciardo can make. Is it going to be jobs on for 19th place? Also, because you've been watching for a while, you got a pop-up to redeem Burn It Down. That would be too mean. Yeah, that's, yeah. Yeah, that would be mean. I do need to update my redemptions, because I don't really get very many redemptions. I used to have a lot, ironically. When I was a smaller streamer, I used to have more kind of viewers and more redemptions and things. So I maybe need to take a step back and rethink some of the redemptions that I do have on offer. The Burn It Down one is, yeah, meant for fun challenges, and yeah, I wouldn't want to. I would probably just refund that one if I was being honest, because you know, don't want to destroy an hour and a half's worth of stream for one redemption. Unless it worked, in which case that would be slightly annoying. Oh, here we go. At the end of the first straight, Ricciardo's got the inside line coming into the second complex section. He's got 19th place. Hulkenberg's injuries have worsened. We don't actually know what it is. Ah, okay. Ricciardo, push. Let's burn that excess fuel that we've got. Burn ERS. Let's go. Let's go. Let's try and cement this 19th place. Magnussen is down to 58% for his tires. We're not even halfway into this race. So looking at the forecast, we're still on track for. Yes, I am using a ruler on my screen. Shut up. So we're on track for a lap 46 dry pit stop. So I'm just gonna put a wee note there. 46 question mark. Okay, so we're burning fuel, burning ERS, and we're now 2.5 seconds from Hulkenberg, and we are now just 1.2 seconds back from Pierre Gasly. So let's see if we cannot catch up to him and try and elicit some kind of overtake. Our early doors race pace doesn't seem to be fantastic, but as we start to settle into the race, our team is I wouldn't do that, but I thought the idea of it was kind of funny. Yeah. The idea of it is pretty funny. I'll definitely give you that. Oh, Ricardo's right on the tail of Gasly. My god, he's caught right up. We're burning fuel, we're burning ERS. Can we make a position happen? Ideally, we could get past Gasly and Magnussen. Magnussen is still munching tire like nobody's business. So he's probably going to have to pit anyway. So in some respects, it's not even that important that we get past Magnussen. He's probably going to have to pit in ballpark 12 to 13 laps for a new set of inters anyway. So let's see how this goes. And we are not burning fuel nearly as much as I would expect. So let's tell Aerosmith to burn some of this fuel that we've got. Let's see if we can't catch up to the back of Valtteri Bottas.
Battery is on the low side.
Okay, ran out of ERS, but we got the inside line. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please do not crash. My Daniel in Christ, please. But we've done it, just like that. We've done an absolute dive bomb down the inside line at the start-finish straight to secure 18th place from Magnussen. Let's watch it in glorious Technicolor.
Here we head into turn 2.
He's got the toe, and at the last seconds, he dives down the inside. Beautiful.
And the overtake is made.
Yeah! We've done it. Okay. However, Gasly also got past Magnussen, so it's still jobs on to see if we can get past Pierre Gasly. Let's see if we can't do this one. We're gonna watch Aerosmith with bated breath to see if she can't get on top of this 4-second deficit to Valtteri Bottas. Our tire wear trend is continuing in the right direction. Although Ricardo has overheated his tires a little bit. But yeah, this is really good. Let's keep watching Ricardo. So we've now dropped a full second to Magnussen. So when you talk about Formula 1 tires, you do have what's called the cliff, which in this game is simulated as being 30%. So below 30% tire life, your tire performance drops off significantly, the cliff. But remember that tire wear does decrease slightly with normal tire wear anyway. So we are going to have a bit of a speed advantage on Magnussen. Ricardo is really good on his tires. In fact, as we look at it now, we have more tire life than anyone else in this field, which is pretty huge. What position are you aiming for, ballpark? Honestly, at the start of this race, if we nailed the strategy, then I would have hoped that 10th place might have been an upper end possibility. But that was Ricardo starting in 14th, and obviously he has fallen back quite a lot. A good part of that is my fault with the strategy. I made the call when I saw this little cliff that was going to be just under the 1 mil mark. Remember, there's no scale on this side. So it was a bad call, and that's cost us that one. For Aerosmith, Aerosmith is where I want her to finish in 14th. Ricardo, ideally, if he could get 16th, that would be a good recovery drive. But yeah, we're just kind of managing things at the moment. Okay, Ricardo has closed right up to Gasly. The hope is that we can elicit an overtake. We don't have very much ERS. No, we don't have any ERS. And we have burned our excess reserve of fuel. So we're going to see if he can get past. No, he's had to back out of it. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. We're going to go to neutral deployment for our drivers. Aerosmith has not been able to significantly close the gap up to Bottas. It's come down by half a second, but half a second does not a 4-second gap destroy. So we're going to try our hardest to see if Aerosmith can make any positions. But she's already gained 3 positions to get to 14th place. So this is gravy. And the strategy that we're working with at the moment is assuming this field is going to go dry for the last few laps of this race. So we're going to try and be big brain about this. And see lap 46. I think I can definitely rule out lap 45. Let me break out the ruler again. Yeah, so we might even be looking at 47 now. This weather picture is constantly evolving, but we might even be looking at lap 47 now for our change of tires. Hence why we're being quite careful not to burn our tires like I was going to say like Magnussen is, but Magnussen did burn his tires. He's actually had to come in for a second pit stop already to get some new rubber.
And we keep an eye on the tire temperatures. We will keep an eye on tire temperatures.
I'm actually going to... Let's just have a little look at our strategy. So let's work on the presumption that it is now going to be lap 47 for the tires. Assuming that, we can burn these tires pretty hard. And we can stay... As long as we stay above this green line, we should be fine. Let's see if it is the same for Raven. So if we go to lap 47... you can see this starts to get a little bit of fucky-wucky with our tires hitting the cliff a little bit. So let's scale it. Okay, we just need to be above this line, is basically it. If my stream crashes again, I do apologize, but everything just says welcome to the chat room like I've just reconnected. I think my internet's being a bit fucky-wucky today. Anyway, it is what it is. Okay, let's continue, see what it is we're working with. So yeah, Magnussen is now a full lap down because of that second pit stop. So yeah, this is what we're trying to avoid. This is definitely what we're trying to avoid. Oh, Ricardo's right on the tail of Gasly. Come on, Ricardo! Aerosmith has also managed to close the gap down a little bit to Bottas. I think this is probably going to take us another 10 to 15 laps to continue closing that gap down. So here's hoping we can. But let's watch Ricardo's progress trying to overtake Gasly. This is now a three-way battle for 16th place. Ocon is in 16th, 3.5 seconds behind Logan Sargent. With Gasly in the tow, and Ricardo not only in his tow, but was trying for a little move, but then look overly on. Is Bottas in a train? Bottas is not in a train. Bottas is absolutely on his own. He is 11 seconds adrift from Albon, and Aerosmith is 3 seconds adrift of him. So he is absolutely on his own. Yeah, the most exciting battle on this racetrack right now is Daniel Ricciardo, who's trying to get 17th place from Gasly. Gasly has brought back off of Ocon, so this is now a two-way battle for 17th between Gasly and Ricciardo. He's gonna have the tow. Can he do anything at the end of this? Ricciardo, my boy, he dives to the inside. He is alongside. He is alongside. He is going to have the inside line for this corner. Oh, oh, it's side by side. That was a little bit of wheel into side pod. That could have ended in absolute tears. But in the end, Gasly is forced to back right off.
Okay, currently P17. Right of you is Ocon.
Let's see if we can't get any tasty views of that happening. No, not really. Basically the same one as we had. Yeah, look at that. Ugh. Alrighty.
Nice.
Nice. It just lives in my head rent free. They need to, oh! Did he crash into the back? Did Gasly just crash into the back of Ricciardo? I could have sworn I heard a thud. However, Ocon in front of us hasn't been looking after his tires. He is undoubtedly going to have to be pitting soon. Ricciardo, with his hard racing, has overheated the tires somewhat. So I'm slightly concerned about tire life, but then all we have to do is keep above this green line, and we should be fine for a lap 47 change onto dries. Remember, this could all go Pete Tong, and the weather could change significantly on us. In particular, what's worrying me is this area here, where the rain really dries up starting at lap 35. Not enough for us to warrant changing the strategy. Like changing onto softs at that point and then back to inters. But it means we're definitely going to have to look after these tires. Look after these tires a dang sight. In some respects, I don't actually think we have to fight Ocon here. He's going to have to pit for tires very, very soon. Let's go to a balanced
I'm really sorry, we need a bit of lift off where you can.
strategy. And we're going to keep going with Aerosmith. So Aerosmith has got the gap down to 2.7 seconds. But there's now no battles going on track. So we are just going to pick up the speed a little bit. I'm not a fan of I'll do this in qualifying and practices. I'm not a fan of doing it in the race. But there's not really anything to sit and consider right now. Leclerc has had to dive into the pits. What's this? Is this going to be for a new set of inters? Oh, it is. Look at that glorious Ferrari pit stop. Ugh, beautiful. We are going to see Ocon dive into the pits very, very soon. With his 50% tire life. Not ideal for him. It's lap 35 and probably in particular lap 38 that we're really going to see this like particular dry spell. Do you ever watch any Formula 1 content from Ham? No, I'm not familiar with who that is. Oh, we got yellows. Hang on. Why do we have yellows? What happened? Competitor ran wide. It was Logan Sargent. Of course it was. He runs nice and wide.
Slightly run off the track.
Oh,
and you really can't do that too often with these cars.
This is gonna allow for Aerosmith to catch right up to him. No, the Ocon to catch right up to him, which it has, and that is gonna bring Ricciardo into this fight as well. I'm slightly wary about Ricciardo's tire temperatures, but then he is still doing a better job of tire conservation than Aerosmith is. Yeah, we don't have to take this fight with Ocon. I'm not going to back him. I'm not going to back Ricciardo off, because if we can get past, then this is going to slow up Gasly, which is going to be huge. But to be fair, I think Carrera, Gasly, and Ocon, who were some of the first to get onto these intermediate tires, I think they're all going to have a change, because when the track starts drying up in a few laps time, their tires are just going to be destroyed. Like, I'm under no illusions I'm going to have to go to full conservation on my tires. Oh, he's going for the outside line. Can he get a sniff? No, he can't. Oh, but Ricciardo's right on his tail. Beautiful. They play Formula 1 games, get really into the commentary as well, so you're just wondering, yeah. Okay, there we go. It's happened. It's happened. Ocon has bailed into the pits. That has freed Ricardo in its entirety. So we are now up into 16th place with Ricardo, which is huge. And I think we're probably going to get 15th place because Sargent is almost certainly going to need one more pit for Inters. Let's see if we can't cement this. Let's push this engine temperature.
No more lift-off required.
Let's
Okay,
push this
understood.
fuel conservation that we have and see if we can't make anything of this. So this is probably the most intense the rain is going to get for about 10, 15 laps or so, but it's going to start easing now. And this is where our tire strategy is about to become phenomenally important. The reason why we want to cement this advantage, remember what I said earlier, is even when you're not considering the cliff of a tire, you also have to remember that fresher tires, 99% intermediate tires, is going to have better pace than our 70% tires. In terms of the progress of the rain, the window for dry tires is pushing back and back and back. I now have slight concerns about our strategy, if I'm honest. This has the potential to go very wrong for us. I'm not sure how I want to play this. Meanwhile, up front, Hamilton has caught right up to the back of Carlos Sainz. He's thought he had a sniff down the inside line, but he decided to back out of it as Sainz took the racing line coming into the start-finish straight. But Hamilton hasn't given up. He hasn't given up. He's going side by side with Sainz again, coming down the start-finish straight. He's going to have the inside line for corner number 1, but then the outside line for corner number 2. And it's going to be a bit of a backwards and forwards at this tight technical section. Is Sainz going to... Sainz is right out of it. Sainz on the newer tyres as well. Hamilton with his old tyres is just making progress. Look at that. The facial expressions change was very vivid. Do you have enough a margin for 2 to 3 extra laps? I do. Ricardo more than Aerosmith. Yeah, Ricardo definitely has enough give. Aerosmith is slightly more marginal, but I'm quietly confident. What is going to determine this? Oh, okay, this is huge. Albon's in pit, and we've gone past. Is he going to get out? What is the pit lane loss? Pit lane loss under green flag conditions is 21 seconds. So is he going to come out before? Oh, yeah, he is. He is out of the pit lane. This moves Aerosmith up into 13th place. And so this battle now between Alexander Albon and Aerosmith is really going to affect my strategy decisions. If he closes up on Aerosmith like this, I might end up bailing out of this strategy. We'll just have to see. Because the rain keeps pushing back and pushing back and pushing back. He's within a second already. Oh, don't you want Albon to give Aerosmith a tow? I do, but this is for position. So a tow only works if we get the position at some point. Oh, look at that pace difference. Alright, let's pick up the fuel use pace again, see if we can't cement this position. Oh, yeah, no, he's got it back. He caught right up. Ah. I'm trying to work out if I shoot or not. What is our lap time looking like? So we're a 145 and the pace setters with their new tires are 142s. We're losing 2 seconds a lap. I'm thinking about it, guys. I'm thinking about it. Okay. Ricardo definitely has better tire wear prospects than Aerosmith. Let's risk it for a biscuit. The leaders are going in for a pit. Let's get a new set of inters. So let's just burn what we have. And let's just see what we can achieve with Aerosmith. Because I'm concerned that this is now definitely looking like lap 48 territory. Well, 47 and a half. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm not alone in this choice. So this isn't the worst thing. But yeah, we're way off the pace. So let's come in. Let's hope this is a good stop. 2.9 is a shit stop, but we don't get held up exiting the pit lane. So we leave in 16th place with Bottas just in front of us. Okay, let's absolutely munch these tires. Let's absolutely give it everything we've got. And let's see what we can do with this one. So we're now racing for position with Bottas. Remember, even if we finish at 16th place, we have still gained. We have definitely still gained. And we're going to hold Ricardo out. And we're going to... He's got 1:43, so his lap times are currently doing good things. Which is good. But we are about to enter this dry spell. So this really is where things are going to become interesting. We're watching Bottas's lap times, because if Bottas starts really gaining on Ricardo, then it's really not. In fact, let's go to the sector view. So we're faster. So we're half a second faster in sector 2. So yeah, this is going to be the big watch for us. We're going to keep Ricardo out for one more lap. For the sake of testing, let's just push. Let's just push.
And let's give Sargent a fight.
Let's see what we can achieve here. Okay, so coming into complete lap 36 for our drivers. Ricardo does a 40.5. Second and a half faster for Bottas. Oh, that might have just been a faster lap for him. Because Aerosmith is also off the pace. This is a dry spell that we were starting to get worried about. Look at that track starting to dry up a little bit here. Okay, let's just do... Oh, yellows. What's happened?
Okay, good job.
Oh. Not sure what's happened with the yellow flags. But in all the excitement, we managed to miss Daniel Ricciardo getting past Logan Sargent. Great. Fantastic. Alrighty. Nice. Why don't you give Al... yeah, we just fly away. Wow. Okay, we still got yellows. I'm not sure why. Is it going to tell us what happened? No, okay, we don't really know why. We're going to ease off with fuel use because we have burned our shit. Let's have a look at these times. So
Okay.
Ricardo a 37.3, Sargent's at 1, Bottas a 37.4, Aerosmith. Okay. So it's 0.4 of a sector faster. 0.4 of a sector faster again. Let's
Okay,
keep
maximum
Ricardo
focus
on these
cooling on those rear
tires.
tires.
I just have a feeling that Ricardo is going to be able to keep this
Overtake
pace.
available.
Okay.
Yeah, Ricardo's doing a really skillful drive right now, and his confidence in getting past Sargent there. Okay, Sargent's coming into the pits. We're now the last one. Oh no, Perez in first place. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is going to be quite interesting to see how this progresses. We're at the worst of this dry. Well, it says it's getting. Nah. Actually, to be fair, it says it's getting dry, but actually it's getting wetter, and more rain is slightly better for us in this case. So I'm actually not that worried about the track getting slightly wetter. It's going to help us cool these tires off just a little bit more. You can tell they are way too hot, and we may have to go long on this strategy. And you can see by even keeping on like with a light tire use profile, Bottas is not gaining significantly on Ricardo, and Aerosmith is gaining on him a little bit, which is just huge. We might be able to make Bottas's day quite difficult, which would be hopefully quite good. We're still aiming for lap 47-48 for this changeover to dries, and Hulkenberg has got a terminal issue, and we've got yellow flags on track. Do we know what happened there?
Reminder on the battery.
Okay.
Magnussen has had a lock
Right,
up.
here's the action at turn 10.
So
Oh, and
turn
the car
10.
locks up. They were just unable to do much about it.
Here is a picture that goes wide. What is ideal? Ricardo blocks Bottas for Aerosmith, or Aerosmith blocks for Ricardo? No, ideally Ricardo keeps his pace and Aerosmith catches up Bottas without endangering Ricardo. Ricardo is a fantastic qualifier, but Aerosmith is absolutely fucking dog shit in her qualifying pace. I'm just thinking, if Hulkenberg doesn't make it back to the pits, this could force a safety car, which could be quite interesting. But yeah, so ideally Aerosmith is just going to catch up to Bottas and going to get past him. Is Hulkenberg attempting to get to the pits? Yeah, this rain is really intensified, rather than kind of cooled off. Oh god. Is he coming into the pits? He's coming into the pits. He's coming in to retire, and he's made it in. So there goes that chance of a safety car. So if this weather prediction is wrong and it doesn't dry up, then this is actually good for us. But if this weather prediction is wrong and the track doesn't dry up here, our race strategy is absolutely ganked. Okay, let's push with Ricardo.
Lift off.
Okay, understood.
And these tires are roasty toasty. Hulkenberg has retired. We've ran out of fuel on Aerosmith in terms of the lap delta, but we've got 0.2 of a kilogram. So let's push with Ricardo to try and maintain this gap from Bottas. The pace is starting to affect us, but Aerosmith is now within a second of Bottas, which is, fingers crossed, hopefully going to allow her to close down this distance. But Bottas is right on the tail of Ricardo. And guys, Bottas has really made this happen. Whoa, what on earth? Man, it's like a second and a half faster lap than Ricardo. Good grief. But Aerosmith with the 141s. That's pretty good going. We just need a few more laps like that out of Aerosmith.
Rain is definitely decreasing.
But Bottas may end up getting past here. We might not get our wish. How are we doing for tire conservation? Feck it, let's go aggressive. Let's try and burn these tires a
pick up
little
the
bit.
pace.
And let's try and keep Bottas at bay. Let's give Aerosmith every chance of trying to catch up to Bottas. But right now, this is the only exciting battle. Actually, no, I was going to say it's not the only exciting battle on the field. Oh, got yellows though. What happened? What's happened? What's happened? Here, Gasly ran wide. Okay, we're not going to look at that. But yeah, other than the Magnussen-Ocon battle, this three-way battle for 13th place between Ricciardo, Bottas, and Aerosmith is probably the most exciting thing going back on track at the moment, which is good because it gives us something to look at. It makes me nervous, however, because it is a driver. So, Okay, Aerosmith is right on the tail of Bottas, and Bottas has drifted off slightly from Ricciardo, and then it's all just changed. Ricciardo's blocking, he's blocking left, he's blocking not right because you're going to only block once. So he's choosing to block the inside line, trying to force Bottas to go around the outside, and Bottas sensibly kind of backs it off. And you can see the track is starting to dry. We're now at 1.4. How is this going for the rest of the race prediction? We're looking pretty good. We're going to keep with this hard tire wear just now. We're absolutely burning tire like nobody's business. We are still expecting a dry finish to this race. Of course, streamer controlled cars? Oh, streamer controlled cars, yeah. Oh, Aerosmith right on the tail of Bottas. Oh, she jinxed to the outside. Can she make this work? It is the long way around, but she is having to come back. She's gone back in right behind Bottas, coming in for the toe. She jinxed to the inside. They are wheel to wheel. Oh, they're coming into the complex section, so Bottas is going to have the inside line. Then Aerosmith, but she does get past. She does get right past Bottas. Raven Aerosmith up into 14th place. Bottas dropped it down to 15th. Oh, that is huge shit. Can Aerosmith get past Ricciardo is going to be the next question here. Good job, Aerosmith. Yeah, she's going for it. Slightly concerned about these tire temperatures though. I'm going to scale us back slightly. Remember, we are still expecting a lap 48 change over onto dries, but we just need to be careful because the track is starting to get damp. So if it get... Oh, hang on. Oh, that's the leaders. Okay, hang on a minute. Whoa, this changes things. Aerosmith is now being... Okay, we're being lapped. Push the engine, burn that there petroleum spirit. So we can now go to a 1.8 fuel deficit and still finish this race, which is huge. Absolutely huge. We're now 15 laps to go. So there's a 100% chance of rain now. So the rain for the final time today is going to start intensifying. And yeah, we're still hoping for a 10-lap dash to the end on dry tires. Both Ricciardo and Aerosmith are out of their fuel window. They've been lapped, so we can just... Fuel is no longer an issue for us right now. Fuel is no longer an issue. Aerosmith is holding on to her 14th place. She's not really making as much progress towards Ricciardo as I would necessarily expect. And unfortunately, that is keeping Bottas within that 1 second gap, which could turn into an interesting battle. Now that things have settled down a little bit, with 15 laps to go, Verstappen is in the lead of this race with Lando Norris 8 seconds off the pace in second. Carlos Sainz is in third, followed by Perez, Leclerc, Piastri, Hamilton, Russell, Alonso, Stroll, Tsunoda, Albon, and Ricciardo. Aerosmith is now between a second to half a second behind Ricciardo, and Bottas close on her tail. Sargent in 16th, 17 seconds off the pace, with Magnussen 4 seconds behind, followed by Ocon, Carrera, Gasly, and Zhou. Hülkenberg in 22nd place is our only retiree so far, with a technical retiration. Okay, this battle between Bottas and Aerosmith is starting to look a bit dicey. We, at this point, are just burning ERS. Use it as you've got it. And yeah, we're watching for this rain starting to intensify. Once it starts easing off a little bit, we should be in a good position to start changing to these dry tires and see how the race goes. Remember, we are expecting it. When it says lap 48 here, this is my estimation of when it will be ideal, because we'll be halfway through lap 47, and I think that's going to be a good time to do our first pit stop. The only caveat is that once again, with our drivers riding together, we do not have the luxury of being able to do a double stop without significantly compromising driver number 2. So I'm going to have to take a gamble with somebody, and it's probably going to be Aerosmith. Leclerc has developed a worsening of their mechanical fault. That's interesting.
Quiet, big vibration.
Big vibrations. That could be underfloor, that could be suspension. Interesting. That could worsen. Attention, tires.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
We will be ready.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, Aerosmith is right on the tail of Bottas with her fresher rubber on the go. She does have a slightly heavier car than Ricciardo, but she does have fresher tires. They're about evenly paced on ERS. This is probably going to end up having a bearing on who comes into pits first, because whoever leads on the road is going to be my second driver to come in, depending on how the weather looks. So we're at 1.5 mils, and we're expecting that to peak probably at about 1.65. Aerosmith is going for the overtake. She's got the inside line, and she is past. A very clean maneuver, and that looked almost like contact. Who's that? Was that Piastri? No, it must have been Norris. Yeah, Norris and Sainz are fighting the back markers to get through, and that was very almost a collision with Bottas, which is causing upset at the front of the field. Bottas moves over now, but Sainz and Norris are together for second place with that little mishap with the blue flag. That could have ended in absolute disaster. Aerosmith is on the... No, Aerosmith is... She got past Ricciardo, so she's in 13th place. Ricciardo's in 14th place, pretty much on the tail of Aerosmith. And Bottas is now 3 seconds adrift of Ricciardo. So Ricciardo, with his worse off tires, I think is probably going to end up being my guinea pig. I didn't expect the rain to intensify quite this much. We're being blue flagged now to let P2 and P3 pass, which we have. That'll give them a bit of a tow, but has unfortunately allowed Bottas to close the door by 1.5 seconds. Still got 1.5 seconds as the margin, but 3 seconds until 1 second, 1.5 seconds. Yeah, that blue flag incident has mean it is absolutely jobs on for P2 of this race, with coming up on 11 laps to go. How interesting. The rain, I didn't expect the rain to intensify this much. This could upset our strategy a bit, because we need this to dry off quite a bit. And I'm not entirely sure it's gonna... Oh, look at that. 2.0. We did not... This is not ideal for us. So we're definitely looking at a lap 48 changeover. Ricciardo...
And try to cool down the tires while you can. Rear is slightly coming up.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna cool off Ricciardo's pace. This is gonna allow Bottas to close up. I don't really see what choice I have here. Ricciardo is gonna have to act as a blocker now for Aerosmith. But we need to go... Ooh, side by side already. Yeah. Okay. This battle is going to slow them up, but hopefully is going to at least push out a gap for Aerosmith to hopefully try and get away a little bit. But I think Ricciardo is ultimately going to come off worst in this battle. I'm gonna try and get a nice screenshot of them fighting, but it seems today's not going to be the day for that particular screenshot. The rain is still intensifying. Oh god, this is screwing up our shit. We're actually going to go to standard on Aerosmith because I've got the horrible feeling this rain might. Yeah, so we're looking at a lap 49 changeover. The dry spell keeps delaying and delaying. Yep. That's a good shot. Ah, beautiful. That was a great save though to keep the position. Yeah, tell me about it. I'm surprised he's still in 14th place.
And behind you is Bottas.
You know, we're running light tire use, and our tire wear is dog shit compared to Bottas. So the fact that we are able to hold him off is pretty interesting. And the track is still getting wetter. So we're pretty much up here now. So we need this track to start drying off very significantly, very quickly. We've got 10 laps to go. And yeah, my strategy might be a little bit potatoes just now. Oh god, Bottas is all over the the rear wing. Okay, we're gonna ignore that. All over the rear wing of Daniel Ricciardo. Even if the rain stops now, is there enough time for the level to drop below the minimum for dry tires? Yes. Yes, there is. With Formula 1 cars circulating, those tires will shift a lot of water on what will become the dry line of the racetrack. Honestly, when rain stops, so I am an IRL motorsport marshal, and honestly, when the rain stops, like a dry line can appear. If it stops dead, a dry line can appear in 1 to 2 laps. Now the thing is, 2 millimeters of rain, when you think about it, isn't actually like a great deal. So yeah, I am concerned that the rain isn't stopping, though. We're up to 2.4 now. And is that how it's simulated in the game as well? I don't know. Okay, there's a back marker. Oh, the blue flags have fucked Bottas. He's got no acceleration down the start-finish straight. Okay, that has given Ricciardo a full second of breathing room. Oh, the blue flags. The blue flags have saved my boy. Yeah, I don't really know what degree of simulation. Oh, it's a very short-lived advantage, actually. I don't know to what degree the simulation is done, but I'm using real racing principles, so we'll see how it goes, I guess. Matt, Ricciardo is still fighting off Bottas. How is this happening? Ricciardo was putting on the defense of the century to keep Bottas behind him. This is redonkulous. Okay, we are expecting. I think this is wrong. I still think we're probably about here for a lap. Whoa. I'm gonna go and conserve Ricciardo's tires.
We have to protect those tires.
We might. We're probably gonna lose this position here. We need to watch Magnussen. I think Magnussen might be trying the same strategy that we are. So the rain is getting less. You can already see it starting to brighten up. And look at that. We're hemorrhaging track dampness. Also, can I just say, deep knowledge of train signals, safety measures, deep knowledge of motorsport. You're forcing me to love you, Platon. Thank you. I consider myself to be knowledgeable in a few areas that are very, very niche. I'm dog shit at a pub quiz, but I can talk your ear off about certain topics without difficulty. Yeah, my cousin always my cousin always told me that in the event of a zombie apocalypse, I would be the first person who he would find, because I can speak multiple languages. I can do medical. I was a competition marksman at university. I can drive. I can sail. I know how to drive trains.
Okay.
I can fly planes. You know. How is my boy Ricardo still in 14th place? My boy, what are you doing? Okay. I think because we have to pit someone, I'm tempted to pit Ricardo in this lap. Because this is going to keep coming down, and it's coming down really fast. Let's do it. Lap 51, we're going to take the risk. We've got a new set of soft tires. We're going to go on them, and we are going to burn these tires.
Box.
This is going to be really sketchy for the first couple of laps. Yeah, the first couple of laps are going to be really sketchy. But like, look how much, like, even since we have made the decision to come into the pit lane, we've gone down by 0.15 mils. So I think by the end of lap 52, we are going to be in the window for dries. So let's see how we go. So we're in the dries.
Reminder, throttle and pit exit.
Okay, Ricardo, take it easy, because it's still slightly damp out there. But I want you. I want you to drive it like you feckin' stole it. Okay, drive it like you stole it.
Magnussen behind. 3 seconds. 8
how are we for this one?
Okay, we can push.
Understood.
I might wait. Yeah, I'm not sure if this. We might have done that just one lap too early. Yeah, we might have done that one lap too early. But we will get the undercut.
Okay.
Because I think all of these guys are probably going to have to pit again. We are going to. We're going to pit Aerosmith next lap. So burn it, everything you've got, everything you've got. Okay, in for your dry tires. It's fine though. Tires up to temperature at the correct lap. Yeah, that's a big hope here, that we can get the undercut. So we have already made this pit stop. So as long as we don't lose out too much on time to these guys, I think we should be okay.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
That's okay, Ricardo. That's okay. This isn't your race. This is not your race. How are we doing for lap position? Yeah, okay. So we're still lap, so we don't have to worry about fuel. It's kind of a bit too late to worry about fuel anyway. Aerosmith is going to come into the pit lane this time around. Where are we? We're in 13th. So yeah, 1.3. I'm quietly confident. I'm quietly confident that we are going to make progress. Quietly confident, but slightly unsure. I'm not sweating, you're sweating. Oh, another car has developed an issue. Juan Manuel Carrera has developed a mechanical fault. What is the nature of this mechanical fault?
The engine felt strange.
Feels strange. A strange engine. Oh yeah, look at that. We're starting to come into optimum tire temperature now that the rain is starting to come down less. I think all of these, one of two things is going to happen, right? All of these guys are either going to come into the pits to change tires anyway, or they are going to absolutely eat their tires. Now, these people that are on 75% with the inters are maybe going to get away with a few laps of, you know, really overheated tires, but shit like Magnussen and arguably like Ocon, Carrera, I think they're going to be riding the struggle bus by the end of this race. 2.6 second stop. Not bad for Aerosmith. Right, Aerosmith. Ride it like you stole it. And now it's just going to be a waiting game to see if this was the right call. So Aerosmith in 15th place, Ricciardo in 20th. We need to finish at least 18, both drivers 18, to get our money bonus for this race. I want to see what these sector times look like. And we are now coming into dry territory. So race control will now announce the track is dry. So DRS should be enabled soon, if not this lap. So let's see what it is we're working with. So nervous about this. I've either just cost my race nothing for no reason. It's supposed to have a drier line on the track where the apex is. They're pitting. They are pitting. Okay. So people are pitting. People are pitting now. Bottas was okay. They're okay. Oh, this is gonna be. So Noda's got a technical fault as well. Okay, this is it. People are coming into the pits for new tires. I think people like Hamilton, they are going to risk staying out. But there's so many people that are coming into the pits. This could be huge. This could potentially be huge. So Bottas leaves the pit in 15th place. He is right behind Aerosmith, who is fighting off against Piastri. He's just left the fucking pit. Okay. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This is really going to be interesting. If Albon and Sargent come into the pits, Albon is in the pits. If enough people come into the pits, Sargent, okay, we might get 13th place. I think Albon is too far in front. Yeah, Albon is way too far in front. Oh god, this is intense. This is really intense. So he's gonna come out. And where is Sargent? Okay, Sargent. We need Sargent to actually pit first. How are we doing for fuel? Fuel is fine. DRS use, we're absolutely destroying it. Zhou's had a slow pit stop, so already we've gained a place here. I think the thing that's worrying me is Ocon does have these newer tires. We just have to give it everything that we've got.
Keep looking after your tires. Keep looking after your tires. You did a very good job.
Okay, Sargent in the pit. Sargent in the pit. Aerosmith should gain this position. So we were too early on the pit stop for Ricciardo. Aerosmith is going to capitalize. She is coming down the start-finish straight. She is passed. She is passed. So she is now in a race of her own. This is all we can do for Aerosmith.
Okay, tires are hot.
Okay.
Ricciardo just has to give it everything and see if we can get past Ocon.
And look at your dash on the line.
Yeah,
for the fuel,
we don't really care about inters.
Okay.
The battle for the lead is going to be interesting because Verstappen and Norris are still on their intermediate tires. Oh, hang on a minute. Double stack, please.
In front of you is Ocon.
So Verstappen and Norris are still on their inters. I think they're
So
going to
we
try
just
and
have
finish
to,
the race on
get right
inters. This is going to be really interesting because Sainz is 11 seconds behind. This is going to be really interesting. Yeah, Aerosmith. There's no way we're going to make up 38 seconds in the space of 2 laps. So taking stock of this race, Verstappen is in first place on 61%, still on their intermediate tires, as is Norris. Carlos Sainz is in third place with their soft, and everyone else is on dry tires. So Perez is in fourth, followed by Piastri, Hamilton, Leclerc, Russell, Alonso, Stroll, Tsunoda, Albon. Aerosmith is 39 seconds off of the pace of Albon, so I'm confident that she is going to keep 13th place. Bottas in 14th, Sargent 10 seconds off the pace in 15th, Magnussen is in 16th, followed by Carrera, Ocon, and Ricciardo. Oh my boy, the DRS is enabled. DRS is a factor, and he has got the inside line coming into the final straight. That will give Ocon. That will give
We have Ocon in
Ocon
front.
the DRS. Wait, did Ocon just fight his way past? Ah, beans. Okay, so this is our battle. This is our battle. Ricciardo against Ocon. If Ricciardo gets this place, then we get our double benefits. So this is going to be huge. We are eating tire like there is no friggin' tomorrow, guys. Come on, Ricciardo, close the gap. Close it. Ah, come on. We need just what we need to be within 1 second. Within 1 second. The leaders are on the final lap though. So we only realistically have one more go at this. Shafted by management, yeah, per Ricciardo. Remember Hamilton at Silverstone? Yeah. This is so interesting for the lead of this race. Not so much for the lead, but Sainz in third place has closed down a 10-second gap on his soft tires to Norris. Oh my giddy goose, this is going to be so interesting to see. Ricciardo, meanwhile, doesn't have the DRS, but is trying to maintain this gap to Ocon. Like I said, if we can get 18th place, then we get our financial benefit. On the last lap of this race, however, Sainz has taken second place from Lando Norris. So this is going to be super interesting. This is going to be super interesting. We need our boy Ricciardo to close up. Come on. 1.00. He's just outside of DRS.
Ocon 1.0 in front.
Okay. Coming out of the last corner, coming across of the start-finish line is Max Verstappen to take first place with a risky strategy of staying on his intermediate tires. Changing to the soft has paid off for Carlos Sainz, who takes second place. Lando Norris staying on his inters, did lose out to third, but it's still a podium place for the Brit. With Perez, he's going to take fourth place with certainty, as is Piastri in fifth. Hamilton is going to take sixth, but we are going to watch this battle with Ricciardo. We've only got 2 more stabs at this, and these blue flags are not going to work in our favor. Ricciardo's going to need to get out of the way here. And he does. Nah, that's cost it. We needed Ocon to get out of the way. So for the first time this season, we do not meet our race objectives with both drivers who finished a race. That is unfortunate. Aerosmith does come all across the line in 13th place, which is a gain of 4 positions. And poor Ricciardo has lost out 3 positions. He's lost out 5 positions to finish in 19th place. That is slightly unfortunate.
Lando Norris, currently on our screens, heads back to his team.
And third place sees them round off today with a trophy to mark the occasion.
Well, Max Verstappen can add yet another podium to his already impressive record.
Win
Max
number
is having a
5
good
is in the
season so
bag.
far.
They pulled out all the stops, pushing hard to earn that victory.
And after a hot, sweaty Miami Grand Prix, I think this is as good
I don't know why it
a time
doesn't
as
give the
any
music.
to cool off.
Yeah. Beans.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
I love that
Well, it
Aerosmith
was a
never
bit of a
takes off her
mixed bag
helmet.
here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
Yeah, okay. So the
And with
principles
that,
of our...
weekend in Miami now draws to a close.
Now the teams will be looking ahead to Imola, where the season progresses
We're
with
going
the
to Imola?
Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
Well, we're going to Imola,
Get ready
guys.
for some fierce competition.
Got one more race in us for today's stream. Okay, so Carlos... So basically the principles of our strategy were sound, but we enacted them too early. That was the problem. Sainz gained 10 places to take second position. What a drive from Carlos Sainz. Raven Aerosmith did take increase 4 positions to take 13th, but the big story for our team is we fucked over Daniel Ricciardo, and he finished 19th. Yeah, guy. So in terms of the Drivers' World Championship, no points, but Raven Aerosmith gains 2 places to 18th place in the Drivers' World Championship. In the Constructors' World Championship, we hold steady at 9th. Remember, our season objective is to get to 7th, so we at least need to get points. In terms of the fastest pit stop challenge, unfortunately, we did not result. And our... Where did we lose time? So, is it run? So yeah, tires and raising the car is our slowest aspect of a pit stop. So we need to work. We need to do some work on pit timing. As you can see, we only achieved half of our team objectives. So we only get $500,000, as opposed to, you know, 900,000.
Could go easy on the team kills.
This spark.
Just saying.
Oh my god.
Are you fucking serious?
Where the fuck did they get picked?
What's happening?
Ow, what the fuck? You fucking bitch!
Oh, here he is. Ka-chow!
Get your dilly vegetables.
Strawberry isn't a vegetable, you fucking mortal!
Let's go! Come on! Yeah!
But I'm looking down to plant the bomb.
Yeah, but he could... Okay, okay. Just because you can't see it. Oh! You can say if you want to, you can fuck a hooker! Are we ready for the flesh?
Are you ready for Tony Hawk's Pro Flesh Tunnel?
Throttle down, throttle up.
You're a wanker. Okay, I'm
Oh! Fuck!
What does the army say?
Fuck.
Fuck.
Fuck!
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah.
I literally can't move.
I'm spawned in the barrel of water!
You're really fast, and I am very good with ropes. That came out badly. Shut up.
We waited all this fucking time for you to download the game! And you fucking get yourself banned!
Doesn't hit as hard as life does.
Jesus Christ, that was deep. Who hurt you? Shit.
Say the word exterminate.
Just up, down, there, right behind you, up the stairs. There we go.
No, that's my tag! Oh, I got it, I got it. Ah! Fuck! Fudge! Oh lord, he's right there! What? Stop the zombie apocalypse, I want to talk about paddle steamers. What are you doing, aircraft? Fuck, I'm dead. Not good, not good, not good.
Why is there a planter in the fucking hallway?
Well, because that's what I'm gonna do with my fucking plants, innit? Come cannon! Fucking die!
But he talks more like this. No, wait, that's not right. Choity matoity woities. That's.
There's a cougar! Oh lord! Oh yes! I shuriken the lights out of that!
Why have I been sent to prison?
Oh, holy fuck! That motherfucker just sank the bus.
Do you have any idea how many broken bones you have?
I'm a jellyfish.
Fuck! Fuck! Fucking dumbass.
God damn it.
Absolute fucking...
Why did that not go through?
Cause you suck. What the moon doing? Bitch, I can't be outnumbered. I don't know how to count.
That's a fucking threat.
Okay. Then beat them the balloon. I thought you were gonna hit us up with the Roger Roger in that voice.
Roger, Roger.
Speed sign. You... Fucking hard mode.
Ah, you bitch!
Okay, that's no bueno. This is no bueno. This is very no bueno. Alright, let's just abandon.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh! Can we handbrake this with all the people inside? Oh, fuck yeah, we can. Fuck yeah.